January 17, 1993, to a loving parents, Mr. Alex Glenn Tabigni Canlas and Mrs. Leia Gonzalez Canlas. From humble beginnings, as the fifth of 10 children, he learned early what responsibility meant. What little they had, helping raise younger siblings, and understanding that success is sweeter when it's earned, not given. His path to excellence began in elementary as class salutatorian from Saraed Elementary School. He continued to shine at Stellar Maris Academy, not only academically, graduating among the top 10, but also a leader serving as president of the Supreme Student Government. His excellence extended beyond the classroom, earning him an award as champion of Prisa District and Provincial Meet for the easy riding competition, and later on placed third in the regional meet. His leadership and character were nationally recognized when he was chosen as a recipient of the prestigious Jerry Ross Leadership Award. In college, he pursued Bachelor of Science in Accountancy at Binalbagan Catholic College, where he consistently earned a place in the Dean's List and graduated as cum laude. In 2016, he successfully passed the Certified Public Accountant licensure examination and went on to share his knowledge as an instructor in advanced accounting subject at Binalbagan Catholic College. His professional journey expanded as he worked as an inventory and asset consultant at Bora Budget Mart, a subsidiary of Rizaldi Group of Companies, and later as a finance manager at Mil Otis Corporation, a logistics service provider of San Miguel Brewery and Western Visayas. Yet his ambition didn't stop there. His eagerness to learn is driven by a deeper calling as he pursued law at the University of San Agustin, not to gain power, but to give others access to justice. He completed his Juris Doctor degree in July 2024. He then took one of the greatest challenges in his profession and one of the most difficult examinations, the Philippine Bar Examination, and emerged successful, becoming a full-fledged member of the Philippine Bar in 2026. Today, he is practicing law in Iloilo City, guided by justice, grounded in integrity, and the soul of a servant leader. This year theme, Filipino graduates prepared to lead with competence and character, or Pilipinong nagsipagtapos, handang mamuno ng may kakayahan at mabuting pagkatao, could have been written about him. His story reminds us that success is not achieved overnight. It is built through years of hard work, sacrifices, and the courage to keep moving forward. True measure of success is not the medal we receive, but by the learnings we gain through experience. Not the applause of the world, but the use of the gift in serving others. Today, we welcome a man of strength, valor, and wisdom, a living testament that life is like an inclusive, a fully customized tour package, which its destination is to serve others with love and compassion. With great gratitude, admiration, and deep
Thank you very much, Ma'am Claire Ann Benaventura Visto, for the very kind introduction. To our barangay captain, Honorable Agapito Lozada, through Honorable Barangay Kagawad Adelina Saraet, to our ever supportive school head, Ma'am Rona O. Beral, faculty and staff of Saraet Elementary School, dear parents, graduating class or graduates of 2026, friends, ladies and gentlemen, maayong hapon sa inyo tanan. You may now take your seats, kids. Okay, kids, makita ko kamo nga nagkalasoksok sa inyo mga medal. I was so smiling dire lang sa may tuba. Maayo ko dahil sa inyo, kids, nga ulamon ko dahil inyong talinga, talunggan nyo. Kabay pa, mamatik ka mo sa akon. Okay? Okay, sige. So, good afternoon sa tanan-tanan. Actually, it has been 20 years since I graduated from this humble institution. 20 years. Imagine, you kids, wala pa muna na tao. Graduate. Hindi ko nag-graduate sa Saraet Elementary School 20 years ago. That was year 2006. Nag-graduate ako dire. So, it was an institution that molded me for 6 years and taught me the value of good education. Though, kahapon lang, 20 years na tugali, no? And pareho sa inyo, mga kids, ako isa man ka estudyante, isang una, nga nag-hope nga tani, malambot kuman ang akong nga handog sa kabuhi. As if ang kalibutan daw canvas, kag-ready na ko na ipinturahan tanan-tanan. So, ang Saraet Elementary School will always hold a special place in my heart. Why? Because this is the institution that taught me one of the most important things. Amo na ang pagbasa. No? Diri sa Saraet Elementary School, diri ko nakabalo magbasa. The first thing I learned is how to read and to write my name. Diba, kids? No? Diri sa Saraet Elementary School, halin sa pinakasimple nga tinaga hasta sa pinakabudlay, diri ko natunan, diri nagsugod ang akon nga pagtuon. So learning how to read and write is the foundation of what I have become at present. So allow me to give my sincerest thank yous to all my teachers. Some of them have already retired from this noblest profession. But I know that my teachers and even today's teachers have dedicated most of their significant years for this institution kag para sa aton ng mga kabataan. And they have, ang aton ng mga teachers, they have produced the mudamo ng mga professionals, including like me. No? So, I remember it was Ma'am Mary Ann Midel, my grade 1 teacher who taught me my first ABC. And also, I am grateful to my grade 2 teachers, Ma'am Perla Garcia and Ma'am Tingson, who reinforced na. Nadumduman ko tanan mga teachers sa linsang grade 1. So, ang grade 3 ko, ang ako na teacher si Ma'am Monsera kag si Ma'am Abibwag, now Ma'am Gayoso. And my grade 4 teachers, Ma'am Teresita Taho and si Ma'am Hogos. No? My grade 5 teachers, si Ma'am Ilisan, kag si Ma'am Agusila, kag si Sir Pamitalan. Arap pa na sila Japon. Yes, oo. And also to my grade 6 teachers, si Ma'am Ortega Salazar. And si Ma'am Dinaheba, kag si Ma'am Mulenyo. I am very honored to have you as my mentors. It was 20 years ago. When I think about it, it was Sarain Elementary School that shaped my childhood dreams. Diri nagsugo na ako ng pag-handom sa mataas. Within its simple classrooms and hallways, I began to discover who I was and what I wanted to become. Diri ang akong imagination na nurtured. And I was guided by my teachers. Those early years were not just about learning how to read and write. Okay, di ba kids? Wala lang kita gintudluan nga magbasa kag magsulat. Gintudluan man kita sa maayo nga mamatasan sa atong mga maestra. Correct? Okay. Kag amo na ang ginabit-bit naton hasta subong. Looking back, I realized nga ang foundation, ang bato of everything that I have achieved today was laid in this very place. No, Diri, it's so good. Sarain Elementary School was not just where I studied. It is where my dreams first took roots. Then, proceed kita. I went on to high school. No? Din ko nag-high school, diri sa may Agisan, sa Stella Maris Academy. So, there, my dreams were no longer imagined, but challenged and refined and strengthened through my high school. And with that, I would also give a special thank you to my high school mentor, presently the school head of Sarain Elementary School, Ma'am Rona Oberan. Can we give a round of applause, please? Thank you. If you do not know, kids, si Ma'am Rona, siya na akong teacher sa third year ako sa high school. Ang ginatudlo niya na sa amin sa una, geometry. I remember, garalain ako na yan, hindi ko ako balungod geometry, while ang ako ng mga iba na classmates sagad-sagad. But it taught me how to be resilient. It taught me nga panikasog pagid. Kaya hindi tungod nga hindi ko kabalo, dapat hindi na lang ko yung kabalo. No? So, it taught me resilience and never give up. Ma'am Rona, thank you very much. Not just for the opportunity you gave me to speak here in my alma mater, but also to all the lessons I learned from you. Ano ko haon kung ako rusuman? Diin ko ma-eskwela man. These were only few of the many questions na pamangkot ko ako ng kaugalingon after ako nag-graduate high school. Diba? Di tapos eskwela man. So, hindi tungod nga damok ako sa opsyon para mag-eskwela college. Kundi, wala kami ang opsyon. Wala ko yung opsyon din sa eskwela college, kaya pigado kami. No? We are not rich. So, samtang nagapungko ako, pareho sa inyo, mga kids, nagapungko ako dira, nagapamangkot ako sa akong kaugalingon, diin ko ma-eskwela. Meanwhile, ang akong nga mga high school nga mga classmates, nakakuha na sila sa entrance exam sa may TUP, sa may Lasal, sa may UNUR. Ako yung wala ko yung kabalo, diin ko ma-eskwela. Gapungko lang ko kay mag-graduate ako sa high school. Ang iba ng mga classmates, ready na yan nga mag-fly abroad. Kaya atutuwi lang ang mga ginikanan, kaya dito sila ma-eskwela. Diba? Sana all. Ako gapong ko lang, kaya nagapalipog ako kung di na ako ma-eskwela, kaya kami pigado. Wala kami kwarta. So, 20 years ago, ginapaminsan ko ang akon nga mga handom, mataas nga mga handom. Maybe kids kamo may araman kamo mga handom pareho sa akon, no? Gapungko lang kamo dira, mataas ang inyong handom, kag wala kamo kabalo kung diin kamo kung ano inyong futuro sa ulihin, no? Wala pa kamo na idea kung ano kamo ma-doktor. Some of you gusto maging doktor, maging engineer, di ba? So, isugit ko sa inyo kung paano ako naging ari diri, no? Naging inyong graduation speaker, no? So, amuning ako nga journey naman, no? So, kabay pamamati ka mo. Kag sa akon nga pag-eskwela, sa akon nga pagpanglakaton, amuni ang mga natunan kuman sa kabuhi, no? Number one, not everything that you want in life will be handed to you in a silver platter. Ano na siya sa Ilonggo? Hindi tanan naton nga gusto makuha ka. Grabe, no? So, that's what I learned early in life, but that is okay. Just like you kids, mataas ang ako ng ambisyon. Gusto ko nga mag-eskwela man sa mga prestigiyoso nga mga eskwelahan diri sa Bacolod, sa Manila, sa Lasal, sa Unipar, diba? Mga akong ambisyon. Because nagapati ako nga ako isa ka dako nga isda sa gamay nga aquarium. So dapat dito man ako sa mga prestigious kag mga malahalon nga eskwelahan pag-graduate. Amo na akon paminsar sang bata ako. I believe that I can grow and thrive and even mag-excel ako academically as long as dito ako mag-enroll sa mga dalagko nga universities. So, because akon nga mga classmates dito man nag-enroll. No? Sa Lasal sila yan, sa, di ba, mga dalagko o mga eskwelahan. Back then, I thought that only those who graduated from big universities will be guaranteed success and land in big firms after nga mag-graduate. Abi ko sa munaya, kung graduate ka sa Ateneo or sa Lasal or sa UST, sigurado ang idya nga maging successful. Amo na ako niya nga mindset sa muna. Tigaling lang, ipigado kami. Di sige na lang, kay hindi kaya ang Lasal. Biskan diin na lang basta maka-college. Ano na siya kids? Ang ako yung ginagyan. But you know, ang universe has a funny way of humbling us. Why? The biggest plot twist came to me just 2 weeks after my graduation in high school. No? To make long story short, my parents decided that they cannot send me to college. Hindi ko yung ka-college, gali, after to graduate high school. So, which brings me to the next nugget of wisdom that I learned. Poverty is a hindrance to success. Liwa. Poverty is a hindrance to success. Unpopular opinion, right? After graduation, sa high school, wala na ko nakapadayon eskwela. Kay tungod, wala kami sa kwarta. Ang ginikanan ko, hindi makasarang magpa-eskwela sa akon sa college. Yes, totoo din. Poverty is a hindrance to success. Kadamo sa aton ng mga kabataan, mga maalam, gusto mag-eskwela, gusto maging doktor, engineer, police, accountant, nurse, teacher, abogado. Pero tungod sa kapigaduhon, ang mga handom na sa aton ng mga kabataan kisa hindi madayon. Kay hindi tanan makasarang mag-eskwela sa college. So after graduation, my life goes on. Wala ako nag-eskwela college. Ako, after graduation sa high school, I started working. Nag-ubra ako. Hindi pwede nga mangin pabugat si Sir New Alex sa balay. And you know what? Kids, kabalo ka mo kung ano ako ginubra after ko nag-graduate high school. Nagmanog-bantay computeran. Oo, dito sa may Talisay. And my high school classmates, I remember them. Dito sa may Talisay, sila first year, they took up engineering while ang mga classmates ko who took up engineering in TUP, dito naga-computer sa ginabantayan for computeran. Wearing their gleaming college uniforms and backpacks. I admit, no, I really envied them. Silingon, nahinsa ako sa ila, maglantaw. Sila yung ka-eskwela, ako yung gabantay computeran. And I said to myself, hindi ako pwede maging amulang ni forever. Gin-promise ko sa akong kagalingon nga hindi ko pwede nga manugbantay ng computeran habang buhay. So after 1 year, nga nag-ubra ako, nagpakitluoy ako sa akong ginikanan. Ambal ko sa ila, Nay, Mama, Papa, pa-eskwelahan ako sa college. Gusto ko mag-eskwela sa college. So, biskan ano nga kurso, basta ka-eskwela. So, seeing the sincerity, my father tried his best na mapa-eskwela niya ako balik. So, kay pigado kami, I took up entrance exam in Binalbagan Catholic College. The only school that we can afford without being bankrupt. So, and I told my father, hindi nakapag-ilat down. Once na makasulod ako, I will make sure to take this opportunity to study very hard. And I thank him for trusting me. So I took the accountancy program ng Binalbagan Catholic College. Back then, sa college ako, wala ko idea kung ano na yung accounting. Ginkuha ko lang ang accountancy kay tungod ang amon class valedictorian sa high school, accountancy man niya ginkuha. Di ako as a competitive, amo man ako paon. Kag hambal ko sa akong galingon, kung mangin CPA ako, greener pasture awaits. No? Basta mangin accountant ka na, hambal nila, it opens a lot of doors. Also, that time, some of my classmates sa muna, they took up accountancy the same in Binalbagan Catholic College. 1 year ahead sila sa akon. I was first year and they are second years. Pero, hambal ko sa akon kaugalingon, hindi ini palumba-lumba. Patapos-tapos ini. Poverty can be a real hindrance to success. But it does not have to be the end of your story. You have to make the most of what is available to you. You may not have everything what others have. Ikaw big, kung ko katasubong, wala kaya sa tamo ka kwarta, pero siya, kabay pa hindi na siya manginsablag, nga matuman mo man ang imo nga mga handom. So, always refuse to give up. Progress is still progress, biskan ano matabo. So, first day of school, hambal ko, college na ko, first year college ako, hambal ko, mag-graduate ako nga may honor. So, when I was in first year and second year, I studied like my life depends on it. I made sure nga magsulod ako sa eskwelahan, preparado ako. Hindi lang ako preparado, I am over-prepared. As if nga teacher makatag-quiz. So I would even read in advance to impress my teachers during recitations. Wala nakadula ang akong ngalan sa Dean's List. And I am proud of it. And I made sure it stays that way. I admit it felt good being recognized for your hard work. So sa aton ng mga graduates, I hope nga kung mahatagan ka mo sa oportunidad na mag-eskwela, eskwela gid ka mo sang matuod-tuod, kag insakto. Give your best. Show up prepared. Stay disciplined. Sang third year na ako, duwa na lang katuig, mag-graduate na ko. Ang health sang akon nga amay, na kay akon nga father, nag-start siya stroke sang third year na ako sa college. And so, ang ginikanan ko, hambal nila, hindi naman ko nila liwat kaya pa-eskwela ko. Grabe no? Imagine. And so my parents told me they can no longer send me to school because, ano gani? Poverty is a hindrance to success. Ginsugid ko ni sa akon nga teacher. Kag ginsugid niya man sa amon nga school head. Sa department chair namon nga mauntat ako sa pag-eskwela, third year na ko. Wala ko choice. So then our department chair gave me the opportunity to and approve my application to be a working scholar. No? So third year ako, naging working scholar ako sa BCC. I remember, nagahibi ako that time. Kaya kung wala ko tani nag-perform well sa school, hindi ko paghatagan sa opportunity na maging working scholar. What does this mean? Ano ni po siningon? It means may ara ko chance nga makagraduate. Kaya tungod nga scholar na ko. Makapadayon ako sa akong eskwela, kaya out of the 27 units, sa amon nga eskwelahan, 27 units, 25 units gid ang covered sa akon nga working scholarship. So duwa na lang ka unit kag miscellaneous expense ang akon nga problemahon. Sounds easy, di ba? But being a working student, kinahanglan ko i-maintain ang akong scholarship. Kaya may ara kami retention grade sa accountancy. Hindi pwede nga maglubo ang imong grade. Kaya kung maglubo yung grade, mataktak ka sa scholarship. So ako, while I have to work physical labor, anong ginubra ko? Third year na ko, working scholar ako, gapang scrub ako sa loob. No? Gapang scrub sa loob, gapaninlo bilog ng eskwelahan as a working student. Kay tungod nga scholar ako, working scholar ako. Pagpuli ko sa balay, I am exhausted. Kapoy-kapoy na ko na. Kag literally, magpungko ko na sa kulungkuan, nakatulugan ako sa kapoy. But I will then, mabugtawan ako, kay tungod nga may tulunan ako. Kay buwas may exam pa. May quiz pa. So this was my life for 2 years in college. For the remaining 2 years in college, ginajuggle ko ang work kag studies ko. Because failure is not an option for me. Hindi ko pwede ma-fail. Kaya may nagasalig sa akin na mag-graduate ako. So lapit na lang ako sa finish line. And the only comfort I have is the fact that I am still in the race for graduating with Latin honor. May honor ako Japon. And at that point, ang akon nga teachers, ang akon nga parents, they have no idea nga mag-graduate ako galing nga may honor. Kaya gusto ko sila i-surprise. So then came March 25, 2015 at 3 p.m. After 4 years, at last, mag-graduate na si Tito nyo Alex. At 3 p.m., we were doing the final rehearsal for tomorrow's graduation. Ang graduation naman March 26. So, 3 p.m. of March 25, gin-post sa bulletin board sa amon registrar ang list of graduating students. Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. Nakita ko ako ngalan, cum laude. When I saw my name, sa nakita ko ako ngalan sa lista, I immediately imagined the look on my parents' faces. I had kept it a secret, in secreto ko ni for 4 years. And din lister ako ay sila kabalo. So more than anything, gusto ko, I wanted to stand before them, kagihambal ko sa ila, Mama, Papa, this achievement is not mine alone. It is also your achievement. That would have been the happiest days of my life. Triumph over hardships. Tutuod na hardships. Kaya nga akong mag-eskwela, ginubrahan ko gid. But just minutes after that, nakabaton ako sang text sa akon nga younger sister. It was only 5 words. Anong text sa akon younger sister sa akon? Ang niya, Kuya, wala na si Papa. Ara ko sa eskwelahan that time. Kag daw nagdulong ang tanan nga palibot. Nagtugnaw, kag nagsubok. I felt the world instantly ended. Ang bako prank pa ni, kay hindi karadlawan. But I know this is not a prank. Because my sister, hindi na siya mag-joke. Amo na. Abi ko, sa drama lang nagkakatabo. Sa tutuod man gali. And all the excitement na mag-graduate na ako, biglang nadulak. Hindi na ako excited na mag-graduate, na may honor. It only took 5 words of text message. Kag ako gali ang ma-surprise, hindi gali ang ako niya parents. My father died that day before my college graduation. Ginatake ang ako niya father sa stroke while he was in a hospital bed, and he eventually succumbed to it. My father never truly knew how much I loved him. Wala si Papa kabalo kung ano ko siya kapalangga. Kay, siyempre, ako na uya, ako na yung maghambal, kitatay, kuya nga tay, palangga, nakabala. He never knew how deeply I admired him or how proud I am that I was his son. Because I kept those words to myself. Kinatago ko na, hindi ko ya palangambala mo na. There were so many things left unsaid. and I never found the courage to express. That is why, kamo mga kabataan, kids, look at your parents. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them the words that you are too shy to say. Because while we are so busy chasing our dreams, while we are so busy planning our lives, we oftentimes forget that our parents are also growing old. Busy kita permi nga maglabot sa katong nga handom, pero gakalipat kita nga aton nga mga ginikanan katigulang man. So sometimes it's too late for us to say how much we love them. So to my mother, who is also right here, I also want to take this opportunity to tell you how much I love you, Mama. I know that this is your dream, to see me on this stage. We have been through so much, and yet your strength and resiliency still inspire me. I can only hope to be half the person you are. So after that fateful night of my graduation, nag-attend ako graduation, I went home, nagpuli ako, carrying my medal. Dala-dala ko akong medal. Kag nagapalapit ako sa lungon sa akon nga tatay. I had to summon every ounce of courage just to get close para lang kakalapit. And nagakurog-kurog ang ako niya kamot. I placed my medal on top of my father's coffin, and I made a promise to him. Hambal ko sa iya, Papa, makapasar ako sa board exam. I held on to that promise. I studied hard, stayed focused, and on May 2016, I took the licensure examination for Certified Public Accountants. By God's grace, nakapasar ako. So when I reflect on it, I sometimes wonder if things had been different, paano kung naintani? Kung wala kami struggle sa una, kanita mo lang kami kwarta. Paano ayan? Tani upod pa naman, Japo, ng ako, na ginikanan. Kakupod kami, makita ko nila. Pari ko disubong. But life does not give us the privilege of choosing where we begin. What we do have is the power to decide how we move forward. As my teachers of Israel Elementary School would remind me, ang balila, hindi mo na sala na natawo ka nga pigado. Pero, it is your responsibility to rise above it. Hindi mo sala na natawo ka nga pigado, pero responsibilidad mo nga hindi mangin pigado sa imo nga pagpanimuha. So after finishing college and passing the exam, hindi ang naging end sa akong nga journey. They are just proof that we can endure and learn and rise. So nagsugod ako ubra, and then after 5 years, gusto ko na mag-eskwela liwat. Kaya gusto ko, kabalo ka mo ka, gusto ko mag-eskwela liwat. Gusto ko nga mag-graduate nga happy. Happy naman. Hindi naman sad nga mag-graduate ako graduation nga sad. So, I committed to continuous learning and actively sought opportunities to upskill. So over 5 years nga pagpalimuha, nakaipon ng konti, and then I decided to enter law school. Nag-eskwela pa kita po. So, buot silikon, I started school 2020. Those were the times nga pandemic. Natandaan nyo, 2020 is pandemic. While ang tanan kita nag-struggle sa pandemic, ako nag-a-attend ako sa klase ko sa law school as first year. Kaya ambal ko, gusto ko sa ulihim mangin abogado. Mga kids, gusto nyo man pala mangin abogado sa ulihi? Hands up ang kamot kung sino gusto mga abogado. Pareho sa ako. Okay. So, sa mga nag-hands up sa nila kakamot, I hope you held on to that promise. Dreams really do come true. So after 4 years, kasi giubra, sige eskwela, I earned my postgraduate Juris Doctor degree sa University of San Agustin. At last, sa university na ko nag-eskwela, kahit nakasupot na ako sa kwarta para magpa-enroll. And I took the Philippine Bar exam and I passed it by God's grace. So, never think, kids, never think, especially to our parents, that where you stand today determines where you will end tomorrow. To the dear parents, to the dear graduates of 2026, pamangkuton ko kamo. Diin na bala kamo after 20 years. Maisip ka subong 2026, mag-2046, diin na kamuayhan ng mga kabataan. Maybe some of you already may mga career na, may mga profession na. And I really hope na ang inyong dreams will come true. To the dear parents of the graduating class, my heartfelt congratulations as well to a job well done. Palakpakan natin ng mga ginikanan. I know how much this moment means to you. This is a milestone, a step closer to the dreams you hold for your children. Behind this achievement, ang inyong mga sacrifices, mga sleepless nights ninyo, and I salute you for that. And since I have been given this opportunity, allow me to make a humble request. May iayo lang po sa inyo, dear parents, pwede lang. Ano nga po iayo sa inyo? Please, continue to support your children. Do your best to keep them in school whenever you can. Your support makes a difference more than you may ever realize. Ang hambal gani ni Catriona Gray. Oh, kilala nyo na, di ba? So ano hambal ni Catriona Gray? It is not poverty, but the lack of support that often takes the dreams away from children. Kung ang akon nga parents wala nagsuporta sa akon, kag wala nagpati sa akon nga handom, siguro ako wala man diri sa inyo atubang. Siguro kung wala kong insuportahan sa akong ginikanan, siguro wala akong na-eskwela. Kag siguro manugbantay ko Japon sa kompyuteran. So please, my dear parents, support your children. Your encouragement, your sacrifices, and your faith in your children can shape their future in ways that go far beyond any classroom can offer. To our dearest teachers of Sarait Elementary School, let's give our teachers a word of applause. May heartfelt congratulations as well for a job well done. Wala nyo ni ma-realize sometimes, dear teachers, but our graduates look up to you with deep pride and gratitude. The impact of your work goes far beyond the classroom. And the lessons you have instilled in our children will stay with them as they pursue their dreams. Mahambal ko na, dear teachers, because it is true for me. I carried my teachers' guidance. I carried my teachers' hopes and the lessons with me after I left Sarait Elementary School until nagbalik ko din iliwat. Our dearest teachers, I hope you take pride in knowing that you have shaped our learners to be relentless, courageous, and well-equipped with the knowledge and skills to reach greater heights. So, this is the end of my speech. Finally, I will end this with a poem from The Lord of the Rings. It says, "The road goes ever on and on. Ang tanan gasigi lang na padayon. Down from that door where it began, diin halin ang door sa Sarait Elementary School. Now, kamo nga mga learners, you must follow if you can. Follow that road. Pursue it with eager feet until it joins some larger way hasta nga mahalabot ninyo ang inyong mga handog. And especially, diin na kamuayhan sa ulihi, my dear students, dear kids, wala kita kabalo. So thank you very much, and again, congratulations, everyone."
Let us give again our guest speaker a very loud applause, please. Thank you so much, attorney, for that encouraging and inspiring message.